My name is Mohammed Sarfaraz Mirza, and I'm going to give you training for the content writing. So basically, I'm the appointed person from the Islamic Foundation to train our members for articles and blog writing. Basically, this was for our worthy members, but in in public, we wanted to share it with you guys. So this is the introductory lecture, and we are going to go through the introduction to content writing. And this is very quick recap of content writing. When we utter a word content writing, what comes in our mind? What comes in our minds that it is something to be to be written. It's something written. In this lecture session, we are going to cover these few topics. These are what is content writing and the principles of content writing. What are the principles on which the content writing is based, and the content writing tools. There are specific tools on which we are uh, have to use while writing. Then there are some type. Obviously, there are types of content writing, and we'll go through that. Then it comes 7 C's of communications. These are a very important point that we all write. Then which is effective writing? These 7 C's of communication play a great role in communication. Then comes the writing process. How can someone start writing, and then the procedure to become a writer. Then we will see it one by one. So comes the introduction of content writing. Content writing, the process of writing and editing web content, typically for digital marketing purpose. But in RF Islamic Foundation, we are going to address different topics related to Islam and its lifestyle and human nature. Going to write topics. We are not going to on marketing or any other web content. We are just focusing on Islamic. So content writing is the process of planning, writing, editing web content, typically for digital marketing purpose. It can include writing blogs, articles, which is our main script for this section, that we have to write articles and blogs. Articles and blogs are the mode of communication, and it is a content. Scripts for videos, podcasts. Why I'm telling you these types of writing, because you should know that there are different types of writing, or we cannot write everything in a single type of writing. So scripts for videos, podcasts, plus content for specific platforms such as Twitter, WhatsApp, and many more. We all write content daily, like we chat with our friends on WhatsApp, Facebook, and others social media handlers, but we are not formal. In content writing, we have to be formal. We have to write formal content. We cannot make any mistake in our writing because it looks informal and it creates a negative impact. Just a minute, let me go to the privacy. Please mute कर लें अपने mic. Okay, thank you. Then comes, you will ask the question, why I write. I'm basically a writer. So what is my motivation behind writing? So I think writing is a mode of communication that is fair and whatever you cannot say, you can just write it. I feel so difficulty in saying some things, but I can boldly, gladly write them on paper on whatever I want. So for me, writing is an activity that nourishes my soul and gives me a sense of satisfaction. I, f- I feel a great comfort in writing. So you can write your emotions and feelings anytime, anywhere. So writing is a source of entertainment for me. For all of you, it can be. So the first topic for today, subtopic you can say, that is what are the principles of writing? What do you need to write a content? First of all, we are we are talking about English content. So we have to be proficient in English. English necessary, but it is a mode of communication. It is a language, and we have to learn it. English is nothing more than a language, and language is a communication mode. Just like air is a mode of communication for currents and waves. Similarly, to transfer our words and our feelings, we use language. English is just a language like Urdu. Content can be written in Urdu, but we are focusing on English content. So, first principle and the thing that we need for uh, content writing is good English skills. Just 1 second, please. Okay, please, all of you, mute your mics. And I cannot set the privacy. Please mute your mics. Okay, then comes the knowledge of the topic on which you are going to write. You must have good knowledge of the topic you are going to write. For example, I'm going to write on concrete. Then I must know that what is concrete, what are the ingredients of concrete and how is it formed and what are its characteristics and what are the tests that we have to perform on it and so on. So we had to have a great knowledge of the topic and the subject we are going to write. This is the second principle. The third principle is the methodology of writing. Then which method we are going to use to write the content. There are different methods which different persons use. This vary from person to person. There are different methods we use for writing content. So I will tell you later on in the slides that what are the methodologies to write a content. Then there are specific tools which we use for writing. These tools also vary from person to person with the level of beginner to moderate to premium, or you can say professional. Now, sharing you the code, what skills do we need to write a content? These are first one is English. We must be proficient in English. This is a graphical representation, you can say, of the last slide. And knowledge, we have to have the knowledge of the subject, and passion. That is not included in the skill that I include in, because you have to be determinant, you have devotion, you have to have devotion for writing, and hard work for the writing, so that you can write. Otherwise you will cling it in the midway. You cannot pursue this along the way. So graphic designing utilizes the art of verbal communication in combination with a couple of by-book techniques to convey ideas and specific message to the audience. So here are some content writing tools which we'll use while content writing, which content writers use. This is Grammarly. This is for Grammarly check. I'm telling about the professional writers, which professional writers use for writing content. Microsoft Office we all use in daily life. Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. We use this for writing. And this the Canva is a new invention which adds graphics to your writing. And similarly, this HubSpot is also a platform to write. And phrase SEO. SEO are the keywords which are which website comprehend. How can I tell you that keywords? Achha, keywords are some specific words which Google or any search engine recognize that a person is asking me for this. There are several contents and blogs on a similar topic, but the content that is SEO optimized is have most chances to be on the top of the list. And there are focus writer and Google Docs. These are also the tools which we use for writing, content writing. Most of the writers are become freelancers because they need money and they need payout of their writing, so they become freelancers. So freelancer market is open for all of you. If you want to pursue content writing, then you can go to that market and earn a good living. There are some principles of content writing. Sorry, the slide is changed. That title I cannot copied a template from a website. So the principles of content writing. These are not principles, in fact. These are types of writing. Types of writing includes articles and blogs, copywriting, product content, sales copy, and ads copy, email copy, and so on. What we write in blogs and articles. In blogs, we often write a central part of strong content that can be used to communicate a variety of ideas related to your area of experience. In blogs, we can write our daily life experience about any topic. We can discuss that in article and blog. In copywriting is specific skill and particular field in which we deal with ads, copies, and sale copy that must persuade and convince the customer. In copywriting, we have to persuade the customer to convince him to buy our products. And the third type is product content. That is the selling content that is similar to copywriting, but in a different sense. It is the product detailing, you can say. Then sales copy. That is also a brevity at heart of style of writing. Is a good copywriter can tell a story and evoke emotion using only a few words. Sales copy is, you can say, a niche or a motto which which emerges the feelings of a buyer, customer, to convince him to buy our product. There are many more types of writing, but we are concerned with articles and blogs, and we'll focus on this only. What are 7 C's of communication? These are the characteristics of communication to be comprehended clearly. These are the characteristics of verbal communication, but I have converted it to non-verbal. But your content must be clear enough to be understandable. If you write a fake content, it can cause instincts for your reader. Your content must be concrete. It should have concrete concepts. Your content must be concise. It should not be lengthy, so that you must convey your message in least words you can. It must be correct. Your content must be correct. You should not write wrong statistics which do not match your topic or subject or expertise. You cannot mislead your reader. You have to be correct, then coherent. This is the fifth property of your content, which is the most important characteristic, I think. Because if you are not coherent to your topic, your readers is gonna discriminate, or you can say he's gonna misguide it. You have to keep your reader coherent to your blog. So how can you make this possible? You can make this possible by increasing his interest and using different techniques of writing, which we'll discuss later on in our second session, in which we'll tell how to write a blog and article. And your content must be complete. It should not contain incomplete statistics. And last one is the tone of your writing. You can write in descriptive tone, and you can write in courteous tone. It depends upon you, but you must be courteous and kind in your writing, and you cannot order to your reader. And what is the writing process? How can we write? Okay, we all are at this stage that we do not know how to write. We want to be a writer. What should I do? Like, before starting any blog and article, we must know that what is our subject and what is the title of our writing. We should plan our article or blog. Before planning, we should do a deep research about that topic. After gaining knowledge of that particular subject, we have to come on the second stage, that is writing. Then we can come on the second stage, which is writing. Then write your whatever you know in your own words, in your unique style. Then the third stage comes, which is editing. The moment you have completed your writing, you have to say whether it is correct or incorrect, what are the mistakes, and which are to be rectified. You can do this by different tools, which we'll discuss later, which I have already told you, Grammarly and Search Hub, etc., etc. These are some tools by which we can edit our writing. Then there comes the last stage, which is review. We have to review our whole writing and see if it matches our pre-planned summary or not, or does it attract our readers or not. This is the simplest procedure to write something. And what are the different ways, like how to become a writer? How do you can become a writer? Simply, you should start writing first of all. And what do you should write? This is a very important question, that what should I write? This comes through experience. And when you write on a particular topic, you see that I cannot write on this topic because it goes beyond my knowledge and skills. So first of all, you have to define or find your niche. In which field do you write? For example, if you write in marketing field, you have to develop your niche according to that. If you write for human nature, you have to develop your niche about that. So first of all, you have to find your niche, in which field you are experienced. Then you have to write about that topic. Then gain experience on that topic, work on your skills. That these are many skills on which you can work. For example, vocabulary and sentence structure, and techniques to attract the reader, and so on. Increase your knowledge about that particular topic, and consult your field expert, which is topmost buyer in your field. You can consult that person, and you can also search yourself. Your content must be unique and creative to persuade or convince your readers. So this is the way you can become a writer. Now I would like to introduce you about our organization, which is RF Islamic Organization, for which we are arranging this training session. We are engaged together for the sake of single purpose, which is spreading love and teachings of our Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in the hearts of every Muslim, and provide steps of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam at every event and part of life, seeking guidance from the love of Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Our motto is enlighten the hearts of Muslims with the teachings of love and love of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I invite all of you to come and join us in this prophetic mission. If you wish, I can provide you the link to join. What basically we do, we spread the teachings of Islam, you can say. We learn, we showcase, and we teach. There is no other motive of our organization. We're just an Islamic organization. We consist of few members who spend their precious time for this purpose, and you can also be one of them. We write content on website, so that if you search on website that I need guidance about this topic, you can find on our website. If you want to find content about any topic, you can find on our website. And we make daily posts and awareness about particular topics. We make schedules and everything you can after joining our organization. Okay, thank you. This was all for today, and we'll meet in our second session, which is the real session about which we were convinced. That is article and blog writing. So see you in the second session. Thank you so much for your cooperation and your time. And we'll take your question in the message box or in the next session. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.